Welcome to Bloxburg has so many items that some become left in the dust, or maybe it's because they don't seem to fit the Bloxburg role. In today's video, I will be showing you 20 Bloxburg items that a lot of players forget about. Number 1, the joyous sun. That one kind of explains itself. 2, the boomerang. No one really ever talks about this item and I never see it in builds. Although I recently used it in my summer camp, it doesn't really have a purpose in builds. And why is it stuck to the wall? I feel like it should be laid down, right? Number 3, Ninja's arsenal swords. Honestly, I'm just surprised this is in the game since it's a UGC item, but I understand why it is an item in Bloxburg. These swords used to be insanely popular on Roblox. I even own them myself. Looks like Bloxburg was hopping onto the trend. Number 4, dangerous axes. Kind of similar to the swords, it's also a UGC item, but also it's just forgotten. Like, if you use this or the arsenal swords, comment below how you use these because I'm pretty sure I never see these in builds. Number 5, kind of similar as well, the knight's shield. I recently used this in my summer camp build as well to look like some sort of prop that was one, but honestly, the only other time you would use this is if you wanted like a medieval build, right? It's a bummer you can't change the color of the bird too. Number 6, the penguin lamp. No comment. Number 7, the ancient mask. This one, I'm kind of 50-50 on. I don't think it's forgotten when it's summertime. Seems like an item that would be used in water parks. Maybe it's because I used it myself. But this item is an item that only really gets used every once in a while. Number 8, sinister skull. Again, kind of explains itself. I could see this in a pirate's lair or maybe a death wish cave. Number 9, air pump. Honestly, kind of a bummer that this is a forgotten one. Not gonna lie, I got excited when one of you mentioned this in my community tab. It's such a cute item, but can really only be used in a garage or maybe at a skate park. Honestly, I recommend using this item. It gives a touch of realism. Number 10, dancing banana. Kind of forgotten. I think most pretend it doesn't exist. Some players like it because of the humor, but I will say you will never find this in one of my builds. Number 11, the fire hydrant. Bloxburg doesn't have fires, so no one really worries about this one. Only time you'll see this is in a city build or some sort of like realistic commercial building build. Number 12, the piggy bank. If I was a kid and this was in my bedroom in Bloxburg, it would probably be staring into my soul and I wouldn't be able to sleep. House of cards. Honestly, this is a really cool item. I actually like to use it every once in a while. I used it in my summer camp. I just wish it was interactive, but it's a pretty cute item. Number 14, the pizza box. I mean, come on, who wants almost a fully eaten pizza out on their kitchen counter? That's not very aesthetic. Number 15, the cinder block. 50-50 on this one as well. I just don't really know why we have this item. Like, yes, it's good for maybe a construction site, maybe a couple places in your garage or garden. Maybe it's just like there for the realism or that extra attention to detail, but I don't really use it and I don't really see it very often, so I don't know. Number 16, the Verge Table. This thing is almost 4,000 blocks per cash. It explains itself. Number 17, Mr. and Mrs Flamingo. Not really sure how to explain this one. I guess flamingos on a lawn just seem cheap to me, but like they just don't really fit. Like, no matter what your build is, they really just don't fit the vibe. Number 18, kind of a newer one. Comically large fork and spoon. Yes, they are funny, but you can't pick them up and whack people with them. Pita Bread and I are very disappointed. You'll find these in family-owned pizza restaurants. 19, electrical outlet. It's so small that people forget about it, but I also think players don't use it because it has smiley faces instead of like actual outlet slots. A lot of players go for more realistic builds now, so it seems kind of out of the element because they have smiley faces, you know? And number 20, party pillar. 60 block bucks. A lot of people don't like spending block bucks on items in Bloxburg, unless it's like a car maybe. And this one's just a little strong to the eyes. It could be fun in like a rave or maybe a skating rink, but it just seems kind of out of place for Bloxburg. If you use any of these items, would love to know in the comments how you use them. But for now, if you have not yet subscribed, make sure you do, and I will see you guys next time.